I have never seen this waterfall this close up. I want to go on holidays there. Did you see that? There's probably a beach as well.
Maybe so, man. Well, let's introduce this player at the bottom
left. Starting for the MVP team and tying the series up in the last game. It is
MVP Tails.
Maybe this is somewhat nearby Belcher Beach.
That could actually be the case. I mean, I heard that Belcher, he has the same tile set, so it could be close by.
Yeah. Well, his opponent also not so close by on this big map in the blue. For LGIM, got the eyebrows going. He is
happy.
Serious eyebrows, man. When you think about it, if you look at those eyebrows, they're so serious. I don't even think, you know, he looks almost, you know, frustrated.
I know that you had a hair fetish, but I did not know that it extended to your eyebrows as well.
Well, eyebrows are technically hair, but
I know.
It's not something I normally think about, but am I crazy or does he have really unique eyebrows?
Well, that you are crazy is out of the question. So, regarding the unique eyebrows though, I think they are they're special.
Exactly, yeah, that's a synonym for unique. We'll see. Oh wow, look at this. Happy taking gas on Tal'Darim Altar. That's not something I expected to see. And doing a 2-racks play. This is really unusual.
That's one of the reasons why I actually like Tal'Darim Altar, especially with how the bases work. You can actually, on this map, do a lot of shenanigans and just try to show your opponent exactly what he would expect. But now the SCV is headed actually to the probe, of course, is headed to the top right, and therefore Happy will be ready with Marines to deny the scout, which is very unfortunate for the Protoss player. This is one of the things that were really annoying on Tal'Darim Altar for Protoss. You just don't have the units in time if you don't spot your opponent in the first position, so you can't scout, you don't know exactly what's going on, and therefore you have to make assumptions.
Yeah, and this is going to be really scary to do on a map like this, because the assumption that most people would make is, okay, he's going for some sort of expansion build. And that's not going to be the case here. The Marine is positioned in such a way that actually I think it should be at the bottom ramp. Oh, he just moved it right after I said that. Goes to the bottom of the ramp, and the probe's not even going to try it. Zealot, though, is going to be able to come up here and see no command center. And this is a really nice way to scout. I like this a lot by Tails.
And Tails did not use it. Well, no, not Tails. Actually, Happy didn't use the units in order, the buildings in order to wall off. That's what he didn't do. That's what you normally do on this map, but he didn't do anything like it. He's just trying to draw the Zealot in so that he can actually, surround and kill him, yeah. Deny the scout. That's the most important part for him now.
Yep, and 2 additional Marines come out here. This is going to show him the reactor without showing him the reactor. Now he shows the Marauder as well.
Nice timing, though, and just how it worked. It was really well executed by a good unit micro. Only 1 SCV died. That's all there's to it.
That's quite amazing. And now, very importantly, Tails has all the information he needs, knows it's a 2x, and he's going to be doing 3 gateway pressure again, identically to how he did it last game, except this time he's going to have the pylon ready. He may even make a second one behind the mineral line here as he sees no command center, but 2 racks versus 3 gates. The Terran player usually has a pretty good position as long as he doesn't get surprised.
Stim is now on its way. And
the SCV, he may see that there's no Nexus, though, and that may trigger a bunker.
Yeah, he's moving in right now in his base. Oh, he sees the probe, and he sees, of course, the gates too. Moves in, he sees everything. Army supply at this point is 8-17 in favor of our Terran player. Tails will warp in additional units now, and Horror moves back. He's like, well, okay, maybe not.
Yeah, Happy is, he's like, well, I was putting on 2 barracks pressure, which is very similar to 3-gate pressure. I'm going to be content with my stim here, going home. And with the second gas, I think he's going to add a factory. He's not going to make a command center. He wants to do what Bjorn has been doing, do what Marine King has been doing a lot recently, and go into that factory play after 2 racks. That can be quite strong with the stim.
Yeah, the thing is, though, that we also have a Nexus now for his opponent, so the expansion will be a little bit faster for our Protoss if Happy decides to go for command center at all. Because at this point in time, it's going to be a bit dangerous for him. But also for for Tails, he needs to make sure that he gets the scouting information now, which is exactly why we see the robotics. He wants to have an observer in his opponent's base to know if they're one-base play, what exactly is he going to do, does he expand, and if so, at what time.
You're right. The factory is going down, and really interesting is that with these positions, maybe the choice, maybe the reason why he's made this choice, because with these positions, siege ups can be quite strong against Bros players. It's hard to attack with your zealots. You can basically hit the few mineral patches to the right and that assimilator with your siege tanks without really the stalkers being able to attack. You see a very fast Twilight Council and Forge coming down for Tails as well. He's kind of cutting some corners here, not getting those extra gateways that you might want in this case, since he already went up to 3. And I like what he's doing here, but without the scouting of his opponent's main, he may regret his choice once he gets there. He's going to really need to get some Immortals out to deal with the siege tanks, and he may even want to get Colossi.
Well, at this point he has the Observer on the map, so he can now scout and can have a look at what's going on. You can see that we have no command center whatsoever, and the Starport is being added now.
Yeah, and a reactor. He's going Medivacs rather than siege tanks here. This is really weird, but this can be quite good with a Bioforce of this size, but it's not what I expected.
+1 armor upgrade, so very gateway heavy here. Ah, that's really unfortunate. Spotting this Observer right away and taking down. Of course, the army size has now been spotted, and this triggers basically just a new few warp-ins for Tails, but it's pretty dangerous to him. He knows how many units there are, but he doesn't know exactly what's going on in the main base itself.
Yeah, he needs to be using every chrono energy he can spare on this Immortal that's coming out. Getting his gateways chrono boosted as well is so important. He's making a photon cannon, which I really like. Doesn't know that there's no command center 100% yet. I mean, he knows that there wasn't one, but he doesn't know if one has since been made. Like you said, when he saw the army size, it's pretty conclusive, but it's still not 100% certain, so he can't commit too much to his defense here, or he may find himself getting behind.
No, at this point, he should know that he's already ahead in the worker count, because he spotted it earlier, and you have here the army supply, of course, in favor of the Terran, in favor of Happy, as Tails at this point has just a lot of harvesters. His economy is great, but he will need more units in order to defend against this. But for some reason, a very hesitant play here by Happy. He does not want to commit to this at all.
This is so weird. He's on a clock right now. He's getting an engineering bay, which I guess would be good against DTs, but
he's waiting for the Medivacs. And he wants to use the Medivacs in order to make this happen. And here comes, is the Observer now in the base? One Observer is with the army.
He's following the army. He knows how many units he's about to face.
And he knows that there's no expansion.
He canceled the cannon. Now he's remaking it because he knows he needs it. This is a really big attack. This is basically all he has to do is defend this, and he will be okay. We're going to see a pickup, though.
I don't think he chrono boosts. He has a lot of energy on this Nexus in the natural. Here's the pickup. Picks them into the main base, drops them, takes down SCVs. It's being forced back here, of course. But Tails needs a lot of units now.
Yes, he does. He's going to want to trap some of these units. There's already units in the medevac, so he can't actually escape with more. Now he's got the third.
As long as he gets a good army, 50 supply against 57, Tails is in a pretty decent position here. If he just prolongs this and makes sure that he buys himself some time, he can use warp in after warp in, and then his army size will be much better than Happy's, and he will win this game eventually.
Yeah, he's got so many sentries as well.
He holds the SCVs now.
Yeah.
He knows that he has to.
And even with the SCVs, with this much sentry energy available, even the Photon Cannon Blink is finished now. He's going to be in great shape here. He's got +1 armor as well. Happy has no upgrades for these units. Of course, Stim and Combat Shields being the only ones. And picks off some of the Marauders and Marines here. Nicely done. Happy is in a lot of trouble. I'm not so sure he can make this work at all. I don't think so. There's no way.
He's losing so much time. All this time that he's losing now enables Tails to warp in unit after unit, get more Immortals. Another round of force fields will also make sure that this attack is not going too strong. A two-prong attack now, actually a drop in the main base.
Oh, this
that
is
could
awesome.
do some damage, but still there's the warp in. The warp in is ready, and he has the Zealots now available. He warps in a few Stalkers too. It is just so much, and it's
just
not
too
enough
much, yeah.
damage done.
It's like basically a three-pronged attack, but each prong is too weak.
And here we go, force fields are being used. The main base force is being taken out. It does not look like Happy stands a chance here. And he basically stopped playing. You can see his picture at the bottom right. One deep breath, and here comes the GG.
GG.
As